everyone, welcome back to Immediate Movie Reactions. I'm here after seeing Fight or Flight. This is a new James Madigan film. Actually, this may be his first. I know he's been attached to some pretty crappy, shitty movies. Iron Man 2 among them, and some of the G.I. Joe movies. Red 2, and so his track record is not great. This is Josh Hartnett, who seems to be making sort of a comeback, and despite his involvement in Trap, I guess I was still willing to go see this, because I do have a soft spot. He's a guy that has a great film presence. He looks good on screen, and he's likable. What is this movie? So I will say first off that I am freaking sick to death of the Last Lap movie. The sort of cheesy, end with all the action or start with all the action and then go back and show how we got there. We didn't really need that in this movie. Josh Hartnett is a rogue Secret Service agent or whatever. He's been red listed, and he's brought in sort of last minute to catch this terrorist called Ghost, which, they spent a lot of time thinking about that one. And Ghost is getting on a plane, and they're on their way to San Francisco, and he has to get on and stop it. And guess what? This becomes sort of a secondary Bullet Train. I thought for a while that this was basically Bullet Train without the charm, without the humor, even though there are parts of it that are kind of funny. And like I said, Josh Hartnett, though I don't know that he has quite the charisma of a Brad Pitt, still is able to carry a movie. What happens is this movie then turns up the violence by a factor of like 10. This is Bullet Train maybe without some of the charm and humor, but with that next level of violence. And it gets absolutely insane and crazy at the end. Think Evil Dead, Ash with a chainsaw, and they kind of tell you, what's going to happen at the beginning of the movie. Like I said, it does start at the end and then go backward. So some of it is not a surprise, but how they actually show it and what ends up happening, I think it's pretty good. I didn't need the moral play about, how we're all staring at our screens and child labor and slaves and, big corporations and all that. It's an important message, right? It's something that we need to think about, but it's not what we needed out of this movie. We just needed Josh Hartnett kicking the shit out of people and throwing them through walls and not blowing up the plane, but, the getting sucked out of the side with gunfights in the air and just crazy, crazy violence and death. And that's what it is. And so it is kind of fun. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go with a 7 with this. I don't think it was terrible. It was great. It was pretty darn good. But is it worth $15 to $20 to go see this in the theater? I don't know about that. Maybe I'm a little jaded too, because this was a preview. And so at the beginning, they had a little teaser with Josh Hartnett who came out, thank you for seeing my movie and make sure you love it and share it and all that sort of thing. I don't know. I appreciate the sentiment, but this movie is not fantastic. It's just a lot of fun. So anyways, there we are with a 7. I do appreciate you all. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you after the next movie.